Oh, shit. That's funny.
Okay. So this is what I had to tell y'all. It came up on my Facebook earlier, and I can't find the article again, but it was real. This Florida man was arrested for drugging alligators and taking them out of the bayou.
Yeah.
And then raping them. This man was fucking gators. You could say he got Gatorades.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm dead serious, by the way. This man actually was arrested and is being charged with this.
That is fucking disgusting. Florida does not fucking surprise me one bit. There's that whole joke going around. It's a meme where it's like, share this, or before you share this, look up Florida man, and then you add in your birthday, like just the day and the month, and like some weird ass article's gonna come up. Like, fucking Florida does not fucking surprise me one bit.
Yeah, that was one thing, and then I started thinking about it. You know what's worse than the dude fucking the gator? The fact that
the gator let him.
No, he was drugging
them.
Oh yeah,
true. Like, you're right.
Knocking them out. No, the fact that one, they didn't just get him for drugging gators, because I could understand them catching him for that.
Yeah.
No, they found out somebody was drugging gators and then investigated it, so someone had to watch him fuck gators to know that he was raping them in the first place. So, like,
I bet you fucking Steve Irwin's like turning in his grave right now.
Yeah. Oh, this ain't it. This ain't it, dog.
Somebody's fucking McGators, mate. Oh my gosh, that is.
See, that's why I didn't want to tell you until we were live, because I wanted the reaction.
He's like banned from all Gator games. He's gonna come try to fuck the mascot.
Come here, Albert.
Oh my god.
He looked like he was on like 15 different types of drugs, though. I mean, makes sense. But
he's the fucking Bill Cosby of fucking Gators.
He's the Bill Cosby of the bestiality.
That's disgusting. Welcome back, bitches. We're still here. God, the new year fucked me.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, you could say it kind of drugged me and raped me as well. Been a... it's been
2 weeks.
We took a little bit of a hiatus. Of course, I didn't post the New Year video or just the podcast in general. I actually just deleted it and said, fuck it, fresh start, why not, clean slate. So this is the first episode of 2019, and what?
Of 2019?
Shit, we're in 2020. Fuck! Told you the new year fucked me. Have you wrote 19 on a date yet? Do you have to write dates? I do every day, or every night that I close at work, I have to. And I've wrote 19 like twice on a deposit slip, and I'm just like, man, fuck. You know, these things are not hard to do, but they're tedious because you got to make sure your writing is legible, which sometimes mine is, sometimes mine's not. And then I'm just like, man, fuck.
Yeah, I only have to do that sometimes at GameStop, and I haven't had to so far.
Not bad. That's not bad. Fucking, I saw something the other day that was saying not to write 20 at the end of the date. Like how you write, yeah, because they can change it to like 2019, 2018, or whatever. And I'm just like, who the fuck does that anyway? What's the fucking purpose? Like, you're not gonna write 19 for 12 months in fear of somebody putting 95 or something on there. Like, the fuck? That makes zero sense. But I mean, I guess right now, since it is just January, probably have the fear of somebody writing, like, I would say probably 19, but I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. So, all right. For those of you that don't like sports, one, we're going to talk about them, as we stated in the very, very first fucking episode. Number two, if you don't like sports, fuck off, because it's America.
We haven't even talked about them.
Honestly, we've talked about sports like twice, so this is going to be a sports-heavy episode. Just got off the national championship 2 days ago. Yeah, which I don't think anybody here picked LSU to win. Like,
at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, out of us. I don't think anyone thought LSU was going to be the team that they were.
No.
Because
I thought they would be competing. I didn't think. The last 4 games of the season, they looked like they were going to slaughter whoever they played.
Well, when the season started, I had already heard about the changes in their offense, and I thought it was just going to be overhyped. I thought it was, I didn't think they'd start seeing results that fast in 1 year.
I didn't think they would be able to.
Then they played my team, and we couldn't stop them at all. We were just playing catch-up the whole game, and that's how it was for everybody. Huh?
It was still
it was a game, but we were behind the whole time playing catch-up.
Yeah, you can't win playing from behind. Well, depending on what team you are. But, I mean, I know we all picked Alabama to be in the Final Four, and they weren't. Clemson was, Oklahoma was, which we knew Oklahoma would be. Did anybody have Ohio State?
Yeah, I think we all did.
I don't remember exactly who. I know we talked about Georgia being in it, which if you're a Georgia fan, you listen to this, y'all aren't winning a fucking national championship anytime soon. So just
next year,
don't
stop.
Hey,
no.
James is a good quarterback.
I think that Georgia's going to be god awful next year.
They won't.
I'm not going to say god awful.
They have 2 returning starters on offense, and that's it.
Huh? They're like
George
a
Pickens
quarterback.
Nope, George Pickens and the center are all that's coming back.
They got the
started.
Receivers.
Cager was a senior. The tight ends were both senior. No, one was a senior and one went to the draft.
That was the year before.
No, that was this year.
Which tight end?
The black guy? I don't know his name. I can't say that.
The black guy.
I don't know his number. I just know that it was the one on the left side.
Well, either way, I mean, they're losing recruits.
They're adding weapons, though, on the receiving core, like good ones.
Yeah, but they're also losing, too, because a lot of them are opting to go to Tennessee. Like, they're committed to Georgia, and they're decommitted to going to
they're
Tennessee,
losing commitments.
or they're going to Florida, which losing your top recruits to 2 teams in your division, that sucks.
Your rivals.
Until they make changes on the offensive side, they're not going to be able to get the players they want, really, because there's a reason they're not getting these quarterbacks. None of these quarterbacks are considering them because they hardly pass it.
And look what they did to Fields.
Yeah, not only that,
and
that's a good
and
them 2 right there, letting Fromm, who I'm not taking anything away from Fromm, but he's not that guy. He's okay.
Not only that, the fact that Fromm walked. Fromm walking is I think the biggest to the fans. I think that's the biggest middle finger because
I don't
know. Going to the draft.
They were a lot of them were celebrating. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think a lot of them are a little bit happy that he's leaving.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just not I'm never gonna be sold on them. Like I was sold on them that year where they played Alabama because Fromm was lights out. They still had Chubb and
Sony Michel.
Sony Michel, and then they fucking laid an egg. They got beaten overtime, which
once it went to overtime and you knew it was over.
Yeah, I mean they got lucky on the win against Oklahoma because obviously, I mean, if you don't put the game in the hands of your, Heisman winner, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah,
that's a dumb move.
What's that? Oklahoma
when Oklahoma played Georgia.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That one went to overtime, and they didn't let Baker run the ball.
Yeah, they got too conservative there. They should have let him pass it.
Which is funny because everybody was saying, "Oh, Lincoln Riley's going to get hired by the Cowboys."
They didn't want to.
Hey, they got a big hire.
Don't get. I mean, yeah, but he fucking lied to them. He's like, "Oh yeah, I watched all y'all's games this past season," and then fucking at the first press conference, he tells him, he goes, "I didn't watch a single game." And you hear it was either fucking Jerry Jones or his son. One of them is like nervously laughing. You can hear him. You don't see him. You just hear him laughing. And it's like, man, this motherfucker just lied to us.
I don't care. I think Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, I think he'll do good. I mean, hell, he was with Green Bay for what?
Long time.
2 decades?
Yeah, back when Brett Favre was there.
I mean, he's got the resume. It's just...
and I don't... Dak Prescott's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to be like... Oh, blah, 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 blah,
yeah, he's not going to be one of those that has to be the forefront. Like, he knows what he has in the backfield as far as Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got weapons. I mean, he's got Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
I can't think of the other wide receivers' name. Yeah, Randall Cobb.
Michael Gallup.
And
they've got the offense. I mean, their defense is okay too, but I mean, you can't lose these games to teams that are under 500.
Yeah,
like they did. But it is the Cowboys. Did you
see the thing that said if you took all the games that were 7 points or under and flipped them, how the NFL would be right now?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Cowboys would be the number
a
one
shitstorm.
Yeah,
because I mean, like you got
it was like only like 2 or 3 teams that would still be in the playoffs. It was like the Ravens, 49ers, and I think the Chiefs maybe.
Who were possibly going to the Super Bowl.
Other than the Titans. The Titans, I think, were in it too.
Yeah.
Fucking tighten up. That's who I'm rolling for. I'm jumping on the bandwagon for the rest of the postseason because, man, fucking. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Fucking, since we were really on college football, I don't think anybody's seen the game Monday night going as it did. I mean, LSU fans did, obviously, and there are people that are like, they're going to roll through them, but
I didn't think so.
I kind of assumed
Clemson held up. I thought it would have been, another OT thriller like it was when did they go into overtime when they played Alabama the year they won with Deshaun, or they
beat
them
with
the fourth
like
quarter.
4 seconds left.
Yeah. I think a lot of people. I thought it was going to be one of those games because
I thought it was going to be real close.
A lot of people were trying to stream it, and it wouldn't load or play on my phone while I was at work, and I'm just like, fuck, like I want to watch this game, and then getting out of there like around 9:30, it finally let me watch it, and I'm like, shit, they're up 17-7. I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be, and then it started becoming a ball game. By the time I got home, I think it was like right there before halftime.
Oh, so it was right before they scored the touchdown.
And LSU started coming back, and I'm just like, shit, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Which, hats off to Coach O.
Farmer friend.
I'm sure he spoke a good message if you can understand it.
Right. He was USC interim coach there for a while, so my hat's off to him. Kind of wish he would have, stayed.
He wanted to,
because Clay Helton ain't shit.
He wanted to stay. They fucked him.
I know he did. They did fuck him, and I mean, it is what it is. Joe Burrow had a hell of a season. I mean, the way that they fucking decimated Oklahoma, and
he now officially has the most touchdowns responsible for of any player in college football history.
I mean, he's a beast, and like you got to think about it. He was 2 years ago. He was third string at Ohio State.
Yeah. And
then look at him now. I mean, fucking.
Well, even you just take him last year to this year. Last year, like at the beginning of the season, the reason I didn't really say anything about him was because, like, last year he was not impressive.
He was solid, but the offense was holding down.
Like, that's the thing I was saying. When we first started this, was the SEC always has to run that damn pro-style West Coast one-back offense. Like, that shit doesn't work. That's why, like, when Saban's getting these dual-threat quarterbacks, he's starting to run more spread. But
that's because he brought Lane Kiffin in. And Lane Kiffin changed the offense.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's been gone, 3 years now, and now he's at Ole Miss. And we're going to see how that goes.
Not that. I knew he was going to go back into the SEC as a head coach somewhere. Freaking Mike Leach is the head coach of Mississippi State. Blows my mind.
He is? He
Yeah.
Washington State?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Mike Leach is a fucking great mind.
Yeah.
Like, he is, the way that he did, he transformed Texas Tech, with Michael Crabtree and, what was that dude's name? Cole Brennan? No, fucking
Graham Harrell.
Graham Harrell. I should know he's my fucking offensive coordinator. Cole Brennan played for fucking Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii.
I saw a video about him like 2 days ago. That's why he was fresh on my mind.
Oh yeah, it's because Burrow broke his touchdown throw
he's
record.
Fucking, it's insane. Like to think about how he is. Like he's.
Steve hates him.
What? How can you hate Mike Leach?
He thinks he's not a good coach because he's like, I just remember him at Texas Tech. He sucked.
He had that one good season where he beat us.
Yeah, right there at the end of the game because fucking Gideon dropped that interception, like perfect tip drill, and the shit you run in practice, and they failed to execute in the game.
But but that's all Steve talks about. He's like, I just remember him at Texas Tech. He sucked. And I'm like, it's Texas Tech. What's he gonna do? Like.
Which is, you can say that, you're going to say the same thing with Mississippi State.
Yeah, it's going to it's going to take him a few years.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, when you hire certain coaches, that's what draws certain players to you. Because if fucking, if Nick Saban was to leave today, or if he would have left, 4 years ago, when Matt Brown got fired 4 or 5 years ago, when everybody thought he was going to go to Texas would have all those recruits.
Oh yeah.
Granted, most of them are from that area anyway, or in that region of the.
Well, just you want to know how much of a difference a coach can make, like especially an established coach that people already like. Say Saban, he did leave and he went to like Kansas or somewhere.
Oh yeah, Kansas
would immediately not saying they would win, but they would probably be a contender.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just based off him leaving, not that first year.
No.
Because obviously they're not going to have the recruits. He didn't recruit that freshman class that's coming in. The coach before did. But you give him a year, they're going to be, Big 12 champion, guaranteed.
Or 2. But
a couple years in, they're going to be, a name. So, having the coach definitely puts you up there. And then that's the same thing. Like what they're saying that when he does leave, that Dabo Swinney's going to be the one to come over. And
that's what Steve keeps saying, and
I mean, it can happen. That's where he went to school.
Yeah,
it can happen. Whether
people were already calling for Saban to be fired after 2 years of last year losing and then in the championship and then not making it.
Well, look what
Alabama
happened.
fans are already calling for him to be fired.
Well, look what happened 2 years in a row. Your star quarterback gets hurt.
Yeah,
and. I mean, I don't know who their backup was, but
he's really good.
The one they just signed will be better than Tua.
Oh yeah, I think so.
From California, Modern Day.
No,
Same.
Modern Day fucking
Bryce
puts
Young
out.
is
Yeah. Modern Day puts out fucking quarterbacks like crazy. Definitely a lot to look forward to this upcoming season. Which, oh my God, we're so far away.
Yeah,
it's crazy to think about. So moving forward from that, we're going to hop into the NFL.
Burrow's going to Cincinnati.
Yeah, he's going to be the number 1 pick. Like there's no doubt about that.
Who has number 2?
New York, I think.
The Giants,
and they're going to get Chase Young.
Yeah, which they just they didn't hire. Carolina hired Matt Rule from
and got Joe Brady.
So. We'll see. I could see them possibly working something out and trading up.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You never know. I'm just saying, you never know.
Did you hear his main reason why he wanted to go to Carolina?
Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Well, of course he's going to say that. He doesn't know the guy yet. I mean,
I think Cam Newton needed another coach there, like somebody to actually bring new energy. Because can't you just look at him? This whole season,
he dresses like a woman.
Well, I wasn't talking about that. I just mean like in his face and stuff, he looks burned out and just done with the system.
Yeah, but I mean, hell, you just last night Luke Kuechly retired. Like you're missing the biggest part of your defense now.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I think that's what they're gonna have to draft is a defensive player to get that energy back. But I mean, Hell, he retired because he can't fucking stay away from concussions.
Yeah.
I mean, his last one was 2 years ago, but still, I mean, when concussions are a big issue in football, I mean, hell, that's why. Isn't that why Megatron left? Isn't that why he retired early too? Was concussions or he was worried?
So.
He didn't want something to happen to him.
It was an injury thing.
Be rendered useless the rest of his life. I mean, it makes sense.
Well, one of the greatest. He would have been definitely probably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time if he hadn't had to retire early. Troy Aikman.
I mean, he's still considered one of the best. I mean, he won in Dallas. He was part of the reason why Dallas is Dallas. I mean, you had him, Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders was there for a little bit. Michael Irvin was there. Jimmy Johnson was there.
Yeah.
Which, congrats to him for being in the Hall of Fame, or going to be in the Hall of Fame. That video was
dude, as soon as you see
because they cut to Troy Aikman and he's looking down and he's crying too, and it's just like, fuck.
Did you see like that one tear forming in his eye, and then that's before they even say he's in the Hall of Fame. And he says in the Hall of Fame, and tears just start pouring. And I was like,
it's like,
bro,
that's some good stuff. But fucking the biggest shock to the world right now, well, not really to the world, to us, is fucking New England getting trounced by the Tennessee Titans.
Woo.
I mean, a lot of people thought they could go in and do it, but I don't think they really, outside of Tennessee fans, thought we're gonna fucking go in there and win.
I'm a Tennessee fan. I didn't expect us to win.
I did, just because one of my real good friends at work, he's a Patriots fan, so we all just give him hell, like, oh, y'all aren't gonna win. Tennessee ain't gonna win. Like, I think the dynasty's done. I think
he's leaving.
I think they're both leaving.
They said that he cleared out his suite.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
And I'm just thinking, is he gonna?
Well,
have you heard the? Yeah, I was gonna say that's the rumor.
That is the rumor that Phillip Rivers is gonna go. Who fucking knows? Like,
man, could you imagine? Like, I don't know if he could win in the Chargers, but
I don't know. I mean,
Antonio
Gates retired, but I still think that
they still got that. Is that Keenan Allen on that?
Yeah, they've got weapons.
I think that was
Melvin
the main
Gordon.
problem.
Yeah. So the thing is, when you're not like winning all the time, your players aren't talked about, and that's how the Chargers are. That's why we can sit here and think and have to think. Excuse me, of who they got.
Well, they were 12-4 last year and went.
Well, that's because they were finally in LA. They new stadium with the Chargers or with the Rams. New energy. Which this was the last season in Oakland too, wasn't it? But they're going to be in Las Vegas, so expect them to do something big next year too. Maybe 0-16.
Well, if Derrick Carr is still there.
No,
he's gone.
They're looking for someone. I think they're looking for Herbert.
Yeah,
actually,
they're going to get rid of him.
Did you see he has the second worst? Or no, he beat his brother for the worst starts.
That's saying something because he was trash too.
Yeah.
Granted, he was drafted to the Texans in the expansion draft. Yeah, I know. Fucking Tennessee, literally the day before, showed you how to come out early with a big lead and milk it the rest of the game. And Houston decides to go up 24-0 and then fucking blow it.
Bill O'Brien, that's who I'm calling.
Bill O'Brien, you need to go.
It's on him.
Bye.
That's on him. His decisions. Fourth
and 1. Here's a little tidbit of information for the people that don't know. Houston was the number 1 offense go on 4th and 1. They went for it the most. They converted it the most. 4th and 1, you call a timeout because you didn't have a play on 4th and 1. You take a timeout, which is 40 seconds. You have a list this big that you stare at all game like this, covering your mouth so you can signal it in through the headset. You can't think of one fucking play. Every play that you run in the NFL, it's the same for every team, is designed to get you at minimum 1 yard. And you kick a field goal. I want him gone. He's just like every coach that leaves Saban. He can't fucking get it done. He left Bill Belichick. went to Penn State, got the ball rolling there, won some games, gets picked up by the Texans. Can't fucking do it.
Can we
talk? They did beat the Patriots.
Hold on. I do want to talk about this because I forgot about it when we were talking about college football. Penn State's about to get fucked again.
How?
Have you not heard about it?
No.
A player is suing the school because apparently they still have the rape culture and the seniors are hazing underclassmen by slamming them to the ground, sticking their dicks in their faces, saying, "I'm going to Sandusky you."
That's not something to laugh about, but when I'm going to Sandusky, you're like,
dude, no.
You're going to find some random ass old man and put his shriveled up ball sack in my face? Or are you going to put your...
No, they were literally talking about raping them. And apparently all the coaches know, Franklin knows, and they don't do anything about it.
Well, that's good because Franklin, you need to get fired and you need to come to the West Side like you
can say that shit here
2 years ago.
You can say that shit out here. You can say that out here in LA.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's fine. They like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't know if either of y'all had heard about it, but I read it earlier and I was trying to. I was like, man, this is pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
but then I got to the part where it said, I'm going to Sandusky you and die.
Well, I do know that during the season, I think one of their, what are they called? What's the actual term for like the donors to the team? And,
boosters.
Yeah, one of the boosters is either a booster or the dean. Somebody that's high up in the school sent a letter to one of the players and told him that he didn't like his dreads, he didn't like his tattoos.
This is where?
At Penn State. He didn't like the way that these new younger black players look.
But he didn't use...
He didn't use like full-on terms, but he told...
I thought he did. I thought he used like, I don't like how these young, and then used the... N-word.
No.
I thought he
sent it.
I thought
he sent the letter to the player and told him that he didn't like the way he looked, tattoos, the hair.
He said he looked like a thug.
Yeah, the way he acted.
But I thought he did. I thought he used the N-word in that letter.
I don't think so. I don't think it went. Because
I knew it was pretty bad.
It was a bad letter. I mean, you can't say shit like that.
No, you can't say someone looks like a thug.
Yeah, like that's the shit that we're trying to get away from. And to think that Penn State's that way, yeah, they're fucked.
Like, it was,
no doubt about it.
Dude, I didn't even read all of it. I was just skimming through it, but like I saw the one that was like, and he named off like 3 or 4 of the biggest players on Penn State's team that were like juniors or seniors, and he said they were like the ringleaders, holding people down and putting their junk in people's faces. I was like, oh man,
perfect. I mean,
yeah.
Goddamn.
I'm sorry, but when you brought up Penn State, I was like, oh my god, we have to talk about this.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. And then you have, in my opinion, the blown first down from the Seahawks-Packers game. It didn't look like a first down to me.
Oh, yeah, no, it definitely wasn't.
The one that ended the game.
Dude, he was like, his helmet was on the line, but the ball was like this far away.
Yeah,
who cares? They'll get.
Yeah, I don't think the Packers are going to win.
Jimmy Garoppolo will just sling it to him.
But I mean, never know. Never know. Nobody thought that the Tennessee Titans were going to do to Baltimore what they did, and that's the game I was thinking of, not the Patriot game. It was the Baltimore game.
Yeah.
Because they came out early. They only held them to 12 points.
Yeah, that was the 28-12 was the final.
Yeah, I mean, they came out fucking guns blazing, and they fed their running back. Now, don't get me wrong, Carlos Hyde ain't shit. That's why Kansas City, gave him the boot. Granted, he did have his best season of his career, which when you have DeAndre Hopkins, Kenny Stills, Will Fuller as your biggest threats on offense, I mean, that opens the field for your running game. So Houston's got some splaining to do, damn it. But it doesn't help as well because Houston doesn't have a GM. So Bill O'Brien, the owners are going to have to fire Bill O'Brien. So, hey, McNair family, do us a favor. Just fix it.
Go get Josh McDaniels from the Patriots.
Yeah, I thought he was going to the Browns.
Yeah.
And then I thought he
You
might
know
have
why
taken
he
Brady
didn't?
with him.
The reason he didn't, because he went in there and he was wanting them to change their entire management,
Yeah.
GM and everyone. They were like, "Oh, we're not going to do that."
Do you want to know why they hired the guy that they hired?
Just
Because I think it was the owner said that the owner of the GM1 wants to have 3-hour meetings every day. And that coach was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine."
That's stupid.
Like,
so dumb.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, who did they hire? Who is that guy?
Vikings offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And
the Vikings
Richard-
offense.
They said, "Hey, you know what?
Richard-
They finally got." And granted, there was a push off, but there was also handsiness from the Saints corner, karma, motherfucker.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, you know what? Fucking Kirk Cousins is finally playing good. They fixed their offense from the first 4 weeks of the season. Let's go get this guy." That had to be why they hired him. I don't think clubs care anymore who they get as a coach. Certain clubs.
And that's a franchise that is being wasted right now. They got a good quarterback, good receivers, but they hired that dumb redneck that didn't know.
He was their running back coach.
Oh, you're talking about
the guy,
Freddie Kitchens?
Yeah, he was a running back coach.
Yeah, and he
for them.
That's the equivalent to the New England Patriots hiring Southeast Whitfield High School's offensive coordinator.
Don't know who that is.
Exactly.
But fucking it just.
Honestly, you know who I think that the Browns should have gotten, since they were the first team to be able to get someone else? They probably should have went after Mike McCarthy. Because I think he would have done good with a team like that. Which I think he's going to do good with Dallas.
He'd have a diva like Aaron Rodgers and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Baker. I think Baker got kind of humbled this year.
I think he's a good quarterback.
I think
He's an idiot.
He hasn't done anything wrong this year.
No.
A lot of people are griping that he's in too many commercials. These commercials get recorded in the off season.
They do have a point. He's got more commercials than he does wins.
Well, like I said, that's not his fault.
It's not
that's
his fault.
The sponsors of the video that he's making.
I will say the only thing that he did that was kind of controversial this year, and I think most people were like, "Hell yeah, this is awesome," but then I forget which broadcaster it was that had a problem with it when he chugged the beer at the Indians game.
Oh, during the off season?
Was it during the off season?
Yeah, it was during the off season.
Yeah,
that was during the off season.
Because
he had the mustache.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was during the off season. Everybody.
But that was a week before the season started. I thought.
No.
Okay.
No, it was. That was in the summer. That was
But that's the most controversial thing he did, and people either people were like, "Oh, this is badass," or "Oh, fuck him, that he shouldn't be doing that. He should be worrying about getting ready for the season."
I mean, dude, if I want to chug a beer because I'm on fucking national TV, I know this is going to be a Sports Center moment because Aaron Rodgers failed at chugging a beer at the Milwaukee game with Danica Patrick right beside him. Yeah. And then there was that other guy that's in the NFL that done it. And
it was another Packers teammate that did it, and he chugged it.
He chugged two. I think he chugged one. He said, "You know what? Fuck it. I got another one. It's double fist, And then everybody does it, but Baker's going to attract the attention because he's Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Not fair. It's not.
Not fair.
But yeah, they could have used Josh McDaniels. I mean, I think didn't he coach there before?
The Browns.
Yeah.
Wasn't
he the head coach of the
Browns? No, the Raiders. It was the Raiders that he was the head coach of.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I could have swore he was at the Browns once before.
No, he may be an offensive coordinator, but I know he was the head coach of the Raiders. Because he's
left New England twice, hadn't he?
Yeah, I think he has been there.
Yeah,
before.
I'm almost positive he was at the Browns. Because
I don't know if he was a head coach. I think he did coach there, but I don't know if it was head coach.
No, the one I know they had that dude Mike Mangino, but I don't know who else they've had.
Who did they fire when they?
Hugh Jackson.
Jackson. I almost said Hugh Jackman.
I kept thinking that. I was like, I know that's wrong.
Well, that's the thing.
Marvin Lewis, when he was interviewing for the Cowboys, said that Hugh Jackson has to be his offensive coordinator.
And that's why they said no.
I think
Why?
He was demanding that because I guess they're good buddies or something.
There's a wasp in here, which is kind of weird because it's winter. But
I don't feel it.
Hugh Jackson isn't a bad coach. Like I think if they would have.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
God damn!
That was in.
Is this still my hair?
I don't know.
That son of a bitch.
No, it's right there. Where? Right there. Kill that bitch. God dang. Alright, now don't call PETA because I just killed that wasp, but you clearly
Fuck that wasp.
You clearly saw it attack.
I can't wait to see that after this has been recorded.
Yeah, I might slow that down.
I fucking slammed my phone on the ground.
That did scare me because
I seen it go.
I wasn't freaked out by the wasp. I was freaked out by Derrick because he jumped and I'm just like, whoa.
Dude, I seen
Yeah, when you saw me, like when I pulled it out, that's when you were like,
you should have seen that little bastard like John just goes.
yeah, I felt the bitch. I was like, oh.
He goes.
Oh damn! But anyway, I think if he would have gave Jackson more than a year with Baker, I mean, because they did all right his rookie year.
That was
that was whenever he got fired.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
He got fired halfway through the season, and Baker went off.
Oh well.
But it was because he was kind of like talking trash about Baker. And Baker was like, they used it as like, no man, I guess.
Well, I mean,
that's why Freddie Kitchens got hired because he was
that was a bad move.
He was interim head coach.
He only lasted a season, but
couldn't afford for him to pay for his food.
Right, but I think I don't know. I think Brady's gonna leave. Where he goes is beyond me because there's a bunch of rumors. Like he said, the Chargers. He could go to Oakland or Las Vegas now. He could go to the fucking Saints. Like,
man, could you imagine if he goes to the Saints? Because and like Breeze retires, he goes to the Saints and then wins the year after Breeze retires. Oh man, that would just be like the biggest F you to Drew Brees' career.
Oh, it would be like he posted on his Instagram. Brady did like sometime last week, and he was like thanking the fans. You know, not for like he thanked them for the past 2 decades and all this and that, but he made it seem like it was a goodbye thing. And then of course, like we said, he was cleaning out his suite. They sold their house like in the middle of the year of the season or whatever. I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go. Wherever he goes, you know, if he does leave, it's going to be a big season. Like that's what the entire next NFL season is going to be around, is where he's at and how he's doing and how Belichick's doing, because the whole thing is, oh, well, Belichick can't win without Brady. Brady can't win without Belichick. So I don't know. We're gonna see. But football is like we got this weekend, and then the first Sunday in February, and then it's strictly basketball until the baseball season starts. In April. So it's got April?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, like mid-April, somewhere around there. So sports is never ending here, motherfuckers. We're going to talk about it as much as we want to. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. It's fine.
Who do you think the Final Four will be in NBA?
Oh, how the fuck am I supposed to know? The way it's looking is you're talking about the two conference finals.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Battle of LA. There's no doubt about that.
And then I think Miami and Celtics. I can't believe how good Miami looks.
I don't know. Of course, I'm going to go with Boston out of the East because we're on a fucking tear. We're doing great. You know, All it takes is a point guard that actually gives a fuck about your team. Fuck you, Kyrie.
How good is Kemba Walker doing?
Oh, dude, he's great. I mean, of course, he's not on the same caliber as Kyrie Irving is, obviously. But I mean,
he's a team player.
He's a team player. Look at where our record is now versus where it was last year. We're obviously, I think we're either first or second in the East. Still, I haven't checked the standings here recently.
Because the Heat are the number one team in the league.
But we're doing great, obviously, compared to last year. So no complaints here. No drama, obviously. And, we got Taco Fall, so.
Hey,
LA's got the GOAT, Caruso.
No, I was about to fucking you if you were going to say LeBron.
No. Apparently LeBron, because they were talking to Caruso.
Yeah, Caruso comes in, he says, "Hey, LeBron," and he says, "What's up, GOAT?" And shit like that. And that's what happens when you get hype around a player. I mean, Caruso is good, no doubt.
It just doesn't fit the normal mode for a basketball player.
He doesn't. He looks like a fucking janitor.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who sucks? Like I said, they fucking suck. The Rockets.
Oh, of course. I mean, they fucking got blown out by Oklahoma City last week in Russ's return,
and they lost last night to the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
and
fucking. Did I send it to you? I know I sent it to you. Where fucking Harden didn't play defense on Morant and was shoot the three. I don't give a fuck. And then he nailed it.
No, did you see the one where Morant he drove in and did that? Or was it Morant or the other one? I can't remember. It was one of them, and he went in, and you see Harden take a whole ass step away from the play because he's like, I ain't about to get fucking
defense.
And he took 37 shots and only got 41 points. That, is I saw something earlier today. It was like, his ass and Westbrook deserve each other. I was like, damn. Because he was like a 37% shooting.
Sheesh. Well, I mean, that's what happens. That's all he does is he wants to take unnecessary shots. That's all he wants to do is
and then he
add
wonders
his stats and shooting, and then he wonders why
people don't find it impressive. Well,
yeah, it's not impressive. I mean, a couple of years ago when
the first time he did it,
40 points one night, and then he's going out putting 60 points, then 50, then 40 again, then 30, and then so on. Yeah, it's impressive, but when that's all you're known for doing 2 years later, because that's all you still do. No, Houston's not going to win a championship anytime soon. They never will, as long as he's there. Because doesn't he still control the ball more, even though they have Westbrook?
Yeah.
Makes zero sense to me why they traded for Westbrook. I know Westbrook wanted out of Oklahoma City, but he could have went anywhere. You think that he would have voiced his opinion more and be like, no, I don't want to go there. I would have done that. I'd have been like, nah, I'm not going and playing there. Fuck that. Just send me back to Seattle, even though there's not a team. I'll fucking find players to play with.
Yeah.
I'll make the team on my own. But yeah, you were right. You did say Houston wasn't going to be shit.
I said that, and it's not what I thought. I thought they wouldn't get along. It's just they're both too fucking alike.
Yeah, they're both real headstrong in the way they play, and no one's willing to coexist.
And I think Westbrook can be good and coexist if he goes to the right team. But it ain't gonna happen with fucking James. It's my fucking shot, Harden.
James, no playing defense, Harden. Speaking of Houston, the Astros fired. I think the GM and the head coach, fucking AJ Hinch.
Oh, and the Redskins fired their head coach because he was at the Astros when all that shit happened.
Wait, what? The Redskins?
Mm-hmm.
He was part of a football organization head coach?
Oh, the Red Sox. Sorry.
I'm over here
No, the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, okay.
Their head coach because he was at Houston whenever all that shit happened.
Here, I think I've talked about it before on here. I don't remember if we spoke about it or not, or if I just talked to somebody in general about it. Cheating has been a part of sports since the dawn of sports.
Steve said it's not a big deal.
It's not. Sign stealing has been big in baseball forever.
And you know what?
But it's Houston.
It's how they did it.
It's the teams that aren't supposed to win when people make the biggest fucking deal out of it. Because I can guarantee you right now, if the Dodgers would have won the World Series, this wouldn't be fucking talked about.
You mean if they had won and y'all had still cheated?
Yeah.
I think it would still be talked about, but it wouldn't be as big of a deal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be like a huge fucking, they shouldn't have a World Series under their name because they stole our signs. Motherfucker, if I steal your signs game number 1 and I'm using them, they play, 163 games a year or whatever? So game 1 to game 163, past that into the postseason, and you're still using the same fucking signs? But anyway, if you're still using the same fucking signs the whole entire season, that's your fucking fault. Change your signs. Like, if this shit means steal first base, and I'm picking up on that, you know.
That's not what they did, was it?
No, they used some sort of. I mean,
they figured out what the pitch counts were.
Well, that's just okay. That happens. Change your signs. Change everything. It's simple. Like, fucking everyone has caught on to signs in some shape or form in the last decade.
I will say, did you say Pete Ross's dumbass goes, "This is a bigger deal than make that non-games"?
Oh, you mean Pete Rose?
Yeah, sorry. Well, it's like, no, it ain't, you dumb motherfucker. Yours is definitely a bigger deal.
No, it's not a. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I agree with that, but what he did was a big deal.
But it's not. He didn't bet on games that he was involved with. He was betting on other games. Who cares? Hey, I think the Yankees are going to win tonight. No, I'm not playing against them, but I think they're going to win. You know, here we go. It's not like he was out hitting up players from the other team. Hey, strike out every fucking time I got money on y'all losing. Come the fuck on.
I'll give you
I'll split the prize with you. No, he was just betting on other teams, and he's still blackballed, but he's coming out of that shadow. But he didn't do anything wrong. It's not like he was fucking Shoeless Joe and fixed the entire fucking World Series that he played in, and everybody found out about it.
The only reason I think the Astros thing is such a big deal is because I think if they were calling it from the dugout, this wouldn't be as big of a problem. Because they were signaling the fucking hitter from behind home plate by hitting on the trash can, I think that's why it's a big problem. Because, if they were calling it from the dugout and had a hand sign from the dugout telling him what it was, I don't think it would matter. Well, I think it's because they, it basically involved, the fan area.
It's no fucking different than college teams using all these signs. Mm-hmm. If they're not switching it up every game, and so let's just say a fucking, I can't think of a name or name of a play out of my head, but say you're running, certain pass play, and the picture you hold up is Justin Bieber, a slice of pizza, SpongeBob, whatever, and I pick up on game film that every time you hold up this sign, this is the play you're running, and you run it multiple times a game, and I plan for that. It's the same fucking... That's sign stealing, right? Literally, sign stealing right there. It makes sense. It's part of the game. They've been doing it since baseball was formed. But...
That's why I think it's the reason of how they did it.
Well, fuck, you evolve with the times. Yeah. It happens. That's why, they're not allowed to wear Apple Watches because wasn't the dude in Boston... Wasn't he doing that? He was wearing an Apple Watch and he was doing it that way or whatever. He was using his watch to steal. Somebody in some baseball organization was using their Apple Watch to steal the signs, and they're not allowed to wear watches like that in the dugout anymore. And who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's not a big deal. It's
Just
not a big
going
deal
up
to
to
me.
pitch and you get a text.
Yeah,
Tells
like
you
you're
what
just like,
the
oh,
fucking-
motherfucker, he's about to throw me a fucking curveball. I'm watching this son of a bitch. You know,
That'd be
happens.
funny as shit.
I mean, it's not.
Well, now they're checking the Nationals too.
See, like, you know,
Because
just whatever. Like, I
Because
don't even
apparently the
care.
guy that was like in charge of that went to the Nationals organization like this past season.
Whatever.
I think it's
It's
funny.
like I said, cheating's been a part of every aspect of life since the dawn of time. It's not a big deal. I mean, that's why dude was only suspended for a year, ended up getting fired. You know, it is what it is. You know, obviously they didn't fucking have an advantage of it this year because they lost. You know, so it's not a big deal. I mean, they won one out of the last 3 World Series. They were in 2 of them. This is coming from a fan. You know, it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. We won. Get it over with. They cheated. So what? I know a lot of people are going to think, oh, well, you're a fan, so you're condoning cheating. No.
Yeah.
It's part of the game. Stephen A. Smith has even said it. And that's why I took, you know, this side. He's right. It is part of the game.
Here's my problem with it, because some people get punished severely for it, and then the Patriots get like a fucking slap on the wrist.
Tom Brady was suspended 4 games, you know, for deflating balls, for giving himself an advantage against the Colts.
In a game where it was like negative degrees or something.
Like, I mean, come on. They fucking sent someone to the Bengals game. They're worried about beating the fucking Bengals, and they're recording. Recording the game.
Yeah, the Patriots camera guy was away.
And he's just like, oh, I can just delete it, and this will all go away. Like it was fucking nothing to them. And you're right. You know, some organizations do it, and it's nothing. And like I said, when it's the ones that aren't supposed to win, aren't supposed to be as good as they are, that's when it's a big fucking deal.
It makes sense, too, the way you say that.
It is what it is. I mean,
we all know Tom Brady doesn't cheat.
the motherfucker kisses his son on the mouth.
I remember last year when they were doing those like funny NFL Valentine's Day memes. It was like, I'm gonna
lip reading.
No. There was one that said, "I'm gonna kiss you like I kiss my son," and it showed Brady. And then there was one for Jason Garrett, and it said, "My hands aren't gonna be the only thing that are clapping tonight."
What was that one thing you sent me on Instagram? I think it was a few weeks back. It was about someone winning, and they're like, "What do you win?" And they're like, "A date with James Charles or something like that." You don't remember that?
I don't remember.
They're like, you get to go on a date and make out with James Charles.
I'll have to go back and look and see if it's still on that thread. But speaking of Jason Garrett, I know we've already talked about it. He finally fucking got fired.
Thank God.
Took him 10 years. You know, I mean, and like, the biggest thing about it was, why did it take so long? It took them 3 meetings with the guy to get rid of him.
Because he's fucking sucking Jerry Jones' dick.
Well, not only that.
Like, you want to know, that's exactly why it took so damn long.
I know Jerry said that, you know, he's like part of the family.
He's literally like Jerry Jones' son.
I was listening to a podcast, and they were like, what if he's going in there and he's crying? You know, it's just like, you know.
No, that's exactly what was happening.
Say you walk into your room and your girlfriend's there, and you're fucking prepared to break up with her. But the second you start speaking, she starts bawling her eyes out. You can't leave her. You feel bad. You know, no, we're so good. Don't fire me. We're going to win. I'm sorry. We're going to make it. You broke my fucking bank.
Pew, 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 pew.
God.
And so I am.
No, I bet I know what happened in the meetings. Probably just went in there and fucking clapped so loud they couldn't hear what he was there fucking saying.
But yeah.
Did you see that video of Bill O'Brien the other day? I think it was after the Titans game, that like last regular season game or the 15th or something. He was going through, going back to the locker room, and some fan cussed him out, said, "You suck, you fucking suck." And he went back to him and said, "So do you. So do you, motherfucker. You fucking suck too." And so someone goes, "If that was Jerry Jones, he would have just clapped and agreed with him." I'll show you the video.
Yeah, I'll need to see that.
Wait,
that's funny.
what's y'all's head coach's name though?
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, he said he'd cut his dick off.
Oh, yeah.
To win
He said he cut his nut off, didn't he?
No, he
said
did.
his
His penis. Oh,
To
well,
win
did
the
you
Super
see?
Bowl.
His wife said she'd cut it off if they won the damn
not only
Super
that,
Bowl.
when they beat the Ravens and they were leaving the field through the tunnels, going to the locker room, Taylor Lewan, which is I think their left tackle.
Yeah.
He runs up to him and he goes, "We're gonna cut that sumbitch off." He's like, "You ready to lose that piece?"
That motherfucker.
I love Taylor Lewan.
Yeah,
he's a
he's-
fucking badass.
Dude, he's like old Pat McAfee, really,
he's-
but
I
more
love Pat McAfee. We
more
all-
aggressive.
But yeah, they asked his wife what she thought about it. She was like, "Fuck, I'll cut his dick off if they win the Super Bowl." She said that the other day.
I mean, they can do it. I don't see why they can't.
They knocked out the two hardest
so.
teams that would be for them.
They knocked
This will
off.
be redemption.
They just got to get through Kansas City this week, which that'll be a toughie.
Yeah, especially after Kansas City.
The only
53-10.
Only team in NFL history to be down by 20 and then win by 20.
Yeah.
Way to go, Houston. You fucking goons.
they're just up there. Damn, this didn't go how we planned.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah, I'm nervous about Kansas City's speed. Tyreek Hill and Miko Hardman, that's going to be hard to
Well,
stop.
not only that, that's the only real defense that they're playing. I mean, 'cause, Baltimore, I mean, they had a good defense, but, when you get the bye week, that hurt them, which, I mean, we all thought the same thing happened with Kansas City, but obviously it didn't. But the Patriots, who had, the best defense there for a good chunk of the season, and they fucking blew it. Happens.
It just comes down if they can stop Derrick Henry, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they can. I don't think the dude's fucking massive.
6'3".
240.
He's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't realize he was 6'3". I thought he was shorter than
I
that.
saw a picture where I think it was after the game. Him and Mark Ingram were talking to each other. Mark Ingram's here, and then Derrick Henry's like here, and I'm just like, that motherfucker's massive.
Yeah.
My God, I wouldn't want to tackle that. I'd get out of his way. I wouldn't let him run me over.
When he went in the league, apparently he was like 280 pounds.
Are you sure that wasn't Eddie Lacy?
No, it was apparently Henry.
Yeah, we'll see if a just regular size running back, their average is like a low yardage of like 2 yards. His low average would be like a 4-yard run.
Yeah, because he can just he just pushes.
He's got fucking tree trunks.
Yeah.
You thought fucking Saquon's legs are huge, and this Derrick Henry.
It's like Errol Campbell.
All of Derrick Henry is huge.
Yeah.
No homo.
Alabama running backs are built in factories.
They've got to be. They're corn fed.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna save you the misery of listening to sports. We're just gonna end it here.
After
Titans.
Good chunk of time.
all right, so wait, we're all in agreement. We want the Titans to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Titans fan.
Oh shit! I wasn't talking about you.
Yeah.
I was asking the damn Houston fan.
I can roll with that. I mean, I just don't want San Francisco to win.
Why?
They're the team I'm most nervous about though, because they are the most complete. They are great on both sides.
All they have to do is get Garoppolo rattled, and
I don't know. He's a great quarterback though.
But we'll see. I do want Tennessee to win this weekend.
I don't want Green Bay to win.
No.
That's the team I don't want to win.
Fuck the Packers.
I would rather have Aaron Rodgers win than fucking Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'd rather hang myself than
but
say
I
Aaron
mean, if
Rodgers
Mahomes wins it, that's great because obviously that's who I picked in fantasy.
See,
Well,
I like
Tannehill
Jimmy G.
wins.
This mofo went on a date with Kiara Mia.
Who?
A porn star.
Who did?
Jimmy G
Yeah,
last
he
year.
did.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
He
it is
said-
what it is.
He said he definitely learned a lot. He said
Yeah, he was a virgin up until that.
Well, I will say this: if the Titans do win, they're gonna sign Tannehill the biggest fucking contract.
No, if Tannehill needs to take a cut, he needs to sign a smaller deal. That way, they can add more weapons in.
Yeah.
Because these teams, where the quarterback gets greedy and they have to get paid, they don't have anybody. They can't afford to bring anybody in. So
yeah.
I think he might be humble because he made all his money in fucking Miami, not winning.
We need to. He needs to do what you're saying.
Mariota.
He needs to go out there. We need to go out there and draft Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, they do need another wide receiver to keep building that defense.
You know what would be crazy? Say they do make it to the championship, or the Super Bowl, and they just put fucking Mariota in as a wide receiver.
He got in there in the game against Baltimore.
Yeah, garbage time.
Well, no, he's like, it took him him and Tannehill, I think at the same time, like a running back or something.
They put him in on the play where Derrick Henry threw the touchdown.
Yeah,
he was wide out. But
I think that would be smart. He's so fucking fast.
Josh is so he is in love with Mariota, and I like Mariota a lot, but. You cannot tell me this guy's not lazy as hell.
Yeah, he's lazy, but he's also got to have the team.
That's true.
That's how it is. When you know your team sucks, I'm gonna be lazy.
He don't got
we're not winning.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you're telling me that Mariota, especially when he came into the league, one of the most physically gifted quarterbacks, couldn't win with Tennessee, and then fucking Ryan Tannehill is.
I mean, it's more of a system. It's all about who you got. Like, if you put Mariota on a different team that has weapons.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, he thinks that he'd be perfect with the Rams or something like that with a great mind like Sean McVay. But, I mean, my thing is, damn, Jake Locker, who was in this on our team for just 3-4 years, something like that, before, and then retired. I felt like he was doing better than Marcus Mariota, and he showed more effort.
Yeah, like I said, it's all about who you got and who you got around you. Because, like I said, he probably just felt like we're not going to do shit. So, who knows? But yeah, we're going to end it there. We're going to save you the time. Oh, you got one more? No.
Name this episode "Raping Gators."
Not going to name this episode "Raping Gators." It will be in the description, though.
Just have the thumbnail Dan Mullen's face with his eyes like that and a gator like that behind him.
Oh shit!
I don't even care if you did that. That'd be funny.
Probably would be, but we're out of here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Tighten up.
Beaches.